In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a Russian spiral. This is a tubular stitch and is actually hollow inside. For this bracelet, I'm using 4 different colors of size 11 seed beads. I started off by stringing 2 brown beads, a white, 2 yellow, a white, and 2 reds and another white. I'm going to pass my needle back through all the beads. Then I'm going to go back through the first bead to create a circle. You're going to want to make sure your string is coming out the brown bead right after the white bead. Next, I'm going to string on 1 white bead and 2 yellow beads. I'm going to pass my needle through the first yellow bead. Next, I'm going to pick up a white bead and 2 reds. I'm going to pass my needle through the first red bead. Next, I'm going to pick up a white bead and 2 brown beads and pass my needle through the brown bead in between the 2 white beads. Now that this row is finished, I'm going to need to step up to the next row. I need my string to be coming out of the first yellow bead, so I'm going to pass my needle through the white and yellow bead. I'm going to start folding up the sides and tighten to create the start of a tube. I'm going to pick up a white and 2 reds and go through the first red bead. You're going to pick up the same color beads as the one you are going into. So since I'm going into a brown, I'm going to pick up a white and 2 brown beads. I'm going to pick up a white bead and 2 yellow beads. I'm going to pass my needle through the single yellow bead. I'm also going to step up to the next row at the same time by going through the white and red bead also. Each row should have 3 white beads. You're going to continue beading until you have 10 white beads spiraled around. Next, I'm going to add some embellishments. I went ahead and already started just to show you what it should look like. At the start of the next row, I'm going to pick up 4 white beads. I'm going to pass my needle back through the first white bead to create a picot. Since I'm going into a red bead, I'm picking up 2 red beads and going through the first red bead after the picot. Next, I'm picking up a white bead and 2 brown beads. I'm going through the next brown bead and stepping up at the same time. There really is no pattern for when to add the picots. Each row will have 1 picot. One tip to know when you need to add a picot is this. The next bead I'm headed into is the red bead after the picot. That means I need to add a picot to that stitch. I'm going to string on 4 white beads and create a picot. Then pick up 2 red beads and go through the red bead after the picot in the previous row. So now I'm back around to where I need to add the next picot. I will also need to step up to the next row at the same time. I'm picking up 4 white beads to create a picot. Then picking up 2 red beads, then passing my needle through the red bead after the picot. I'm also going through the next white bead and brown to step up. I'm going to pause here and add a clasp using my tail thread. I'm going to attach a crimp bead cover. You can do this however you like. I attached mine in 3 different places, forming a kind of teepee, so the cover sits in the center of my rope. Next, I'm going to close my crimp bead cover. I also went ahead and attached a small chain to the end. You're going to continue beading until you have about an inch before you reach your desired length. The last 10 rows without picots will take up about an inch. You'll also need to take in consideration for how much length you will need for your clasp. Now that I have finished beading, I'm going to attach a crimp bead cover like I did before. Here I'm closing the crimp bead cover. I'm also going to add a jump ring and a clasp. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next Monday. Bye!